to the second practical on the SAP ABAP, and today we are going to learn about the transaction code SE38. So after pressing the user ID and password, we will get a screen SAP Easy SS. So this screen we can now give a command SE11 or we can go for SE38. I would like to take you to the command SE11 and see that which table that we are going to work with. Table name you have to write here SPFLI. This is a standard table. We will be using this table. So let us display this table. This table is for the flight schedule. Here the fields are mentioned: CARIT, CONIT, country from, city from, air from, country to, city to, and other. These are the fields and these are the data element for the respective fields. These are the data elements. So remember that CARIT, it is S_CARR_ID, and CONIT is S_CONN_ID, and other one we're using the city from, it says S_from_CIT, and city to S_TO_CITY. We are going to use some of the fields from this and try to write a program. So let us keep it aside and give a command SE38. This will give me another screen and I can work simultaneously on both the screens. So this screens where I will work is SE38. So let me keep it aside, and this one we will minimize. Let us enlarge the screen here. So now let us create a table. You write your table with your own some standard code ZBK08. So P1, P2, P3, P4 is there, P5 is there. Let us make a table P6. So we would like to create one table. It is not created. So it is asking, prompting for create a table. So here we'll write demo for SE38 using, what is our flight name? SPFLI. And we are using our type executable, status, test program, an application, cross application. Save the button. It's asking for a package. In the first video we have already discussed. Try to have a package name. Then save. It will give a transaction code request. The request number you can vary. So here I have option like I can vary from 0012. Earlier I was using 022. All the demo I am putting in 0012. So it is okay. So 0012 we will take. Then save this. So this object that is created by using SE38 is being stored in that request number 0012. So let us write a program here. Types. So types is to define a data type. Begin of. So it is a prompting. So we can use it if necessary. So I'm writing data type flight 1 and putting a comma because a semicolon over here. I'm giving a name. So let us give CARIT 1, little bit different from the actual fields so that we can relate. Type S_CARR_ID, and then we'll write CONNID, CONIT, which is already there. So CONIT 1, that is different. Type S_CONN_ID. Again we will write city from 1. City from was there already, so we are just creating a different S_CONN_ID. from underscore CIT, then we'll write CITY CT2 1, again type S underscore TO underscore CITY, we're giving a comma. So now we have defined, or we have selected, or we have decided to have the 4 fields, and we'll end to it, end of flight 1. So here we have 4 fields that we define. Just to make it clear, let us have this picture at the side. Now you can see that the type is being copied from here, SCRRID, CONNID, the type is being copied. However, this carried 1 is a variable. I can write X, Y, Z or A, but it is very difficult to understand what is X. So let us have carried here, so we will have a little bit different carried 1. We are not using SPFLI, rather flight 1. The flight 1 is the data type that we have created. Now after that we will go for data object. So we'll have a internal table defined, because it is not like single data, it is a table that we want to create from the existing table. So data IT underscore flight 1. So this is internal table is named as IT underscore flight 1. Flight 1 is already there. Internal table is that it can be any variable. We are mentioning it IT underscore flight 1, and type reference to know, we will go for type standard table of flight 1. So we are defining IT underscore flight 1 as a standard table of flight 1. Flight 1 is already there. Again we are defining that data WA underscore flight 1, type flight 1. So reason of defining 2 data type is that one is the internal table. Internal table we can handle, we can keep whatever the desired, these 4 fields, all their data. But to access the internal table, we need to have a work area. So this can be also X, Y, Z, but if I write work area, so it is easy for me to understand what is this. So work area is defined. So now I will go for another command, select carried 1. So also carried, because we would be selecting these fields from the main table. On it, CT from CT2 from, this is you will find that prompt is automatically coming if it is in command format, SPFLI, then into table, which table? Internal table. So we are fetching these 4 fields from the main table to our internal table. So we'll write a command like here, read table IT flight 1 into work area. As you know that we have to keep everything in the work area. Internal table is there, but from the internal table we have to bring the data to the work area, and this data in the work area we can use. So let us keep it here index. I would like to take only the first data, index 1. Write then this data in the screen, flight 1. So it is prompting here, so let us write in that way, and let us write a simple program and let us display it. Save this. Then check whether any error. No syntax error find. Activate. So we are activating this. After activating, then go for the execution. Now see the fields over here from the table, initial table. So in this table, we would like to see the content of this table. So go there and see the contents. Now in the content, see the first line. The first line is A for the caret. Here A for the caret. Conid is 0017. City from is New York. Here is New York. And then we have San Francisco is city2. city2 is displayed over here. So we have fetched these 4 fields from the table SPFLI, and we take this thing from the main table to our internal table IT_flight1. Let me go to the program. In our table that is called IT_flight1, this is the internal table where we bring the data, and to display the data in the output, we give a command with the help of work area. The work area is that structure which is having these are the fields. Component of the structure is caret1, conid1, city from 1 and city2 1. So these are the different fields that we understood. Sorry. And now we can do some modification over here. We will do a simple modification. So because now only we have got one index 1. So rather than having an index 1, we don't want to read 1. We would try to read all of the data. So I would like to remove this. Rather write here loop statement. So loop at IT flight 1 into WA_flight1. So I'm just taking the data from the internal table to the work area, and there I'm writing write with a semicolon if I want to have multiple write statement, and if not, okay, let us write first work area with WA flight 1 and then end loop. And remember to put a period at the end, otherwise it will give error. So we will save it and we'll activate. After activating, we will execute it. And things what we can see the display is set of all the records. Let us check this in the main table. In the main table, it is A, AA, then AZ. What we can see here, 0555, we can see here Rome, city from, and city2 is again Tokyo. So Rome, and this is Tokyo over here, the 4th line that is matching. So that's why we can now, this is the internal table. From the internal table, by using the loop statement, we are taking one by one all the data and displaying in the output screen. So this command works in this way. So now we came to know that successfully that how this SE38 can be used to fetch the data from the existing table to a defined data type. So just you define a data type from the data object, the internal table, and also work area. So you have to define 2 variables, one for the internal table, one for the work area. And then you select all the fields from the main table into internal table, and one by one from the internal table you will keep it in the work table, and then you will write. So loop statement will do this work. I think this is all. Also we can further improve it. If we'll write